So many years ago today. Ah, my foster son is up and dressed, I see. Today is the High Harvest Fair, and the West Harbor Village Council requires me to man the archery competition. The human need to celebrate Remembrance Days baffles me, but at least something productive may come of it. The merchant Galen is here. He'll want my furs, as he usually does. Coins can be useful in getting by. This past season has been a hard one for both tilled fields and wildlands. While I attend to the archery contest, I will need you to deal with the merchant. Fetch my furs from the chest, over by the painting.
There you are. Come on, the fair's already started.
It's the biggest fair in years. There's folk in from all the outlying farms, and even a few from outside the mare. That means a big audience.
A big audience, all cheering for us. This year's our last chance to compete for the Harvest Cup. Our last chance to win.
The Mossfelds won both their matches in the Harvest Brawl. They'll be tough to beat, but Amy's bound to win the Tourney of Talent for us.
I convinced Tarmus to teach me a few new spells. And I dug up a couple more from his spellbooks when he wasn't looking. Anyway, I heard Will Mossfeld is doing the same act this year, so that should help my chances.
Oh, gods. Not the pixie impressions again.
We sign up with Georg in the village square. Come on!
And the blight. You're sure it's spreading, Orlin?
It's no blight, Georg. It's something else. There's no mold, no rot. It's like the crops don't want to grow. It's like they haven't the guts to up and face the sun.
What do the druids say?
Well, it's just a rub, Georg. There's no druids to be found, not head nor heel. It used to be they warned me of troubles, long before I noticed the signs myself. But this time, we're out in silence. You think we ought to say something? Everyone's gathered for the fair, even from the outlying farms.
No. They ought to be free from cares, at least for a day. We'll go round tomorrow. Talk to the households one by one.
Right you are, Georg. Tomorrow, then.
Aha! I've been wondering when I'd see the three of you. Last year to compete, isn't that right? Better make it count, then. Another victory speech from that muttonhead of a Mossfeld, and I think there'll be a riot. Rules are the same as ever. Win 3 of the 4 events, and you win the Harvest Cup. Win all 4, and the village council grants you a special prize. And nobody's done that since old Cormac. Oh, that boy was a legend. Oh, I'm sure there's 100 Cormacs in a city like Neverwinter. But for this town, he was as big as folks get. Old Cormac fought Lon Starling in the brawl. And some story that was. But I don't suppose you have time for stories just now. Well, there's the Harvest Brawl. Old favorite, that one. And the Tourney of Talent. But you've got Amy on your team, so you're certain to win.
Thanks, Georg.
Just the truth, young lady. Your foster father's running the archery competition, as always, and I managed to convince Thomas to supervise the Knaves Challenge. I guess the Knaves Challenge will be your toughest event, though the Mossfeld boys might say otherwise. Well, Will and his brothers have won the Harvest Brawl 3 years running. It'll be tough to dislodge them. But remember, you only have to win 3 events to claim the cup. Keep an eye on Bevel, and don't let the Mossfelds get him riled. That's how they always beat him on the practice field.
Yeesh, Georg, I'm right here, you know.
If you have any troubles, you know where to find me. Oh, and good luck in the brawl! Need some help? Harvest Fair's got a double meaning for most folks in this village. It's the anniversary of the attack on our village. When all those demons came, everybody lost friends and family. And your foster father takes things harder than most. Best not to trouble him about it. Old Cormac fought in the Harvest Brawl against Bevel's older brother. Stuff of legend, that was.
I hardly remember Lord. He was practically grown by the time I could walk, and he left town soon after.
That's right, Bevel. Some say it was the fight with Cormac that drove him out. It was the year of the foul harvest, when the crops grew stunted and weak. Not so different from this year, in fact, and folks were anxious for a fair to take their minds off their troubles. Now, it so happened that there were 2 village lads of the same age, and both of them were big. Now, not just big in a physical sense, mind you, but big in talent, and big in courage, and big in potential. Now, one of them alone would have been too big for this village, but they were 2, and the time was ripe for a contest between them. One of them was old Cormac. He trained with the militia since he was a lad, so he knew his way around a fighting ring. But all bets were on his rival, who was tougher still. Lorne Starling was his name, and he was a sight. Over 7 foot tall and built like a High Lord's keep. Our Bevel's a sturdy lad to be sure, but it'd take two of him to match Lorne for size. Now, old Lorne was champion of the Harvest Brawl. 3 years he'd held the title, and most boys had only to look at him for they'd faint dead away. But our Cormac had a notion to win the brawl that year and humble his rival for good. So, up he steps, and the crowd goes hushed. Then, Lorne starts insulting him. It began as a good-natured ribbing, but Cormac just stood there, and he didn't say a word. And that got Lorne angry. He said not a word. Finally, Lorne came at him in a fury, still casting insults, but Cormac wouldn't rise to the bait. He took a few hits, but mostly he tried to stay out of Lorne's way. And Lorne got madder and madder and madder still. It went on for hours like that, through one day and into the next. Folks watched the match in shifts, one fellow sleeping and another awake. Then they'd swap places and fill each other in. And still Lorne got madder and wilder. Then, all of a sudden, Cormac stopped in his tracks and gave old Lorne a punch right in the nose. Oh, Lorne was so angry by then he couldn't block it. Cormac gave him another punch, and another, and another, until old Lorne toppled over like a felled oak. And just like that, Cormac won the Harvest Brawl. Next day, Cormac was gone. Folks reckoned that he'd done all there was to do in West Harbor, and it was time to move on. As for Lorne, well, Lorne Starling never was the same after that fight. He and Cormac had been friends, you might say, but only one of them was going to leave that ring with his pride intact. Lorne skipped town too. Went and joined the Neverwinter army, I hear. Why, I asked Cormac the same thing, just before he left town. "Georg," he said to me, "Lorne is a big fella, but his anger made him small." I just had to wait till he was small enough to beat. Quite right, and the day's getting on.
Yenpei ye koro. Tis Naikin Kozan. Dabre.
Press the attack, quickly!
You have need of me?
Enjoying the fair. Packs of feral children set loose to find trinkets. Grown men braining one another with clubs. You know they're actually granting prizes for the fattest pig. As if the creatures needed encouragement.
I am noted!
I expect you are here for the aptly named Knave's Challenge. Surrounded by muck and reek, and why not encourage our children to be thieves as well? That's what I always tell them. Come to think of it, I don't believe any of you has the skills to compete. Not that I'm complaining, mind you, but you'll need to find someone who can pick pockets and break locks and search for hidden trinkets if you want to compete.
Lock breakers? Pocket pickers? I don't know anyone like that. Do you?
What about Kip? He's always nicking vials from Tarmus, and he's right over there behind the tent.
Isn't that the boy who stole my basilisk eyelash? And not once, but 4 times.
That's right. My frog needed eyelashes. Then I got him a sweetheart and she needed him too.
Don't trouble yourself on my account. I'll settle with the young artiste and his frogs later. Before you begin, I suppose you'll want to hear a rhyme. You hadn't heard? Better for me if I'd kept my peace. Georg asked for a rhyme this year. That's what wizards do. We compose rhymes. Here, I'll demonstrate. I've hidden 3 feathers, scattered them wide, placed white in a box, and locked it inside. Blue followed termite tracks down where they ran, green in the pocket of same-colored man.
It's a riddle, right, Tarmus? The white feathers locked in a box, the blue feathers hidden beneath something. Probably something that would attract termites.
It's in somebody's pocket, right? Somebody dressed in green, I bet?
Yes, you have the right of it. But you'll have to take the feather from the fellow's pocket without him noticing. That's the challenge.
I will lead you. Follow. You have need of me?
green in the pocket of same-colored man. I'll bet that's him over by the house. The feather's in his pocket. It's got to be.
You have need of me?
Well, Orland's right. This pig's been enchanted. It's a faint aura, so it could have been a simple enlargement spell, or maybe a potion. Well, Retta did give us a scroll of Lesser Dispel. All I'd have to do is read the words.
Wait a minute. Shouldn't we say something to Louis? He's a foul old wretch. But we ought to give him a chance to withdraw his pig from the contest before he's shamed in front of everyone.
It really is a dreadful day for a fair. Not even the tents are managing to look cheerful. Thank the gods! The Knave's challenge is won, and I can go someplace dry. I'd kiss all of you, but no one respects an affectionate wizard. No need to remind me. I try never to leave my home, unless I'm looking for a bath.
So, you've decided to compete for the cup, I see. I know this is your last year, but the rules apply to all, even foster sons. A fine bow. A fine one, made by one who loves his craft. You may keep the rest of the gold as your allowance for the season. But you came for the archery competition as well, did you not? Fetch a crossbow from the barrel and take a few shots at the practice target. You must hit the target once before you can compete.
Yes, indeed.
Have at me!
I am no danger.
You have need of me? I am your...
Very good. You ready to compete? Come and speak to me. Are you ready to compete then? The rules are the same as last year. 10 shots and 10 targets. Your targets will be old bottles, set atop the crates yonder. 5 is the best score so far. If you remember the lessons that have been taught to you, you should be able to best that.
I am your death. I am your death. This one stands no chance. I am your death. It was a mistake to challenge me.
Dobre.
To the abyss with you.
Well done. I think your score will stand this year, but I will remain here until...
Yes, indeed.
You have need of me? It was a mistake to challenge.
Let's see what you got! Let's see what you've got!
son tous.
Lemme votre ring.
Better watch out.
On your guard.
Well played. Well played. That warrants a special reward, of course. If there's anything you wanted to do before, I'll meet you this way, everyone. Time to honor our champions. Award ceremonies at the stage. Follow me.
What's up? You have need of me?
What's up?
I... Yep.
You have need of me?
Press the attack, quickly! Lemme votre ring.
You are the winner of the cup, it seems. The news is on everyone's lips.
Gather round, mates. Gather round. This harvest fair's a celebration. But it's also a dark anniversary. We all know what else happened on this day. Not so long ago, we nearly lost this village. Almost lost our lives. Almost lost it all. But we came back. Cleared burnt farms. Buried our dead. And put our ashes behind us. And we rebuilt. Tougher and stronger than ever. Long as there's a harvest fair, we won't forget that day. And our young folks, they'll stay tough, long as they compete for the Harvest Cup. So let's hear it for this year's winners. 3 cheers for the Harvest Champions! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!